Have you ever noticed how certain people become uncomfortable the moment you stop emotionally chasing their approval? You stop over-explaining. Stop reacting immediately. Stop trying to fix every awkward interaction. And suddenly, the energy changes. Because manipulative people often depend on emotional movement. Your reactions, your uncertainty, your emotional urgency. That's why quiet confidence affects them differently. Most people miss this next part. Quiet confidence is difficult to manipulate because it does not emotionally chase control. It observes first. It pauses. It stays internally grounded even when tension appears. And emotionally manipulative people often struggle around people they cannot emotionally steer, especially in workplaces built around subtle power dynamics. Because manipulation rarely starts loudly. It starts quietly. A small guilt trip. A passive-aggressive tone. A dismissive comment disguised as humor. A subtle attempt to make you emotionally question yourself. And emotionally exhausted people often absorb these moments deeply. Not because they are weak, because they are emotionally aware. But Stoics understood something important. Awareness without boundaries becomes emotional exhaustion. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself not to become emotionally controlled by outside behavior. Because once someone controls your emotional state, they quietly control your attention too. That's why quiet confidence changes social dynamics so much. Not because confident people dominate rooms. Because they stop emotionally participating in unnecessary tension. They do not rush to emotionally defend themselves. They do not immediately absorb every strange tone or subtle jab. And manipulative people notice this instantly. Because emotional manipulation works best on emotional urgency. The faster someone reacts, the easier they become to emotionally direct. But calm people slow everything down. Not aggressively. Internally. And honestly, that internal steadiness becomes extremely powerful around difficult personalities. Because manipulative people often expect emotional access. They expect visible insecurity, visible frustration, visible emotional movement. But quiet confidence removes that access. And that can make emotionally manipulative people deeply uncomfortable. Not because you are attacking them, because they can no longer easily predict your emotional behavior. That's real Stoic strength. Not becoming cold. Becoming emotionally difficult to destabilize. And for many emotionally exhausted professionals, that shift changes more than workplace conversations. It changes identity, because eventually you stop feeling responsible for emotionally managing everyone around you. You stop carrying every uncomfortable interaction home. You stop mentally replaying every subtle moment searching for approval or clarity, and your nervous system finally starts feeling safer again. So the next time someone tries to create emotional tension around you, pause before reacting automatically. Notice the emotional pull. Notice the pressure to emotionally prove yourself. Then stay grounded. Because manipulative people often struggle the most around someone who no longer needs emotional validation from them.